the flag, oh, come on!
En 1988, Zakk Wylde est révélé au grand public sur l'album No Rest for the Wicked d'Ozzy Osbourne, mais c'est véritablement 3 ans plus tard, avec No More Tears, le deuxième opus le plus vendu du Madman après Blizzard of Oz, qu'il marque définitivement les esprits. Son style reconnaissable entre tous s'inscrit dans la filiation directe de Randy Rhoads et Tony Iommi, avec un son massif propice aux harmoniques sifflantes, un vibrato ample et nerveux, et des solos mélodiques sur fond d'acrobatie pentatonique. Après une pause de 5 ans avec Black Label Society, Zakk Wylde revient sur le devant de la scène avec un nouvel album, Engines of Demolition, un disque dont la composition a débuté lors de la tournée Pantera Celebration en hommage à Dimebag Darrell et Vinnie Paul, et qu'on a pu commencer à découvrir depuis quelques semaines avec les singles Broken and Blind, Lord Among Us et l'imparable Naming Love. À l'occasion de sa récente venue à Paris, j'ai eu la chance de rencontrer Zakk Wylde pour une interview exclusive guitare en main. Au programme, quelques riffs tirés de son nouvel album, sa participation au concert Back to the Beginning, le dernier concert d'Ozzy Osbourne, l'histoire de sa marque Wylde Audio et pourquoi il a quitté Gibson, et plein d'autres surprises. Voilà pour cette brève présentation les amis, j'espère que cet entretien vous plaira. Et avant de vous laisser en excellente compagnie, notez que Black Label Society se produira le 16 juin à Paris et le 22 juin à Strasbourg. Bon visionnage.
I always told Philip and Rex, and when Vinnie was around, I said, if you guys were ever to do it and you wanted me to do it, of course I'll be there for you to support you. I always told everybody it's not a matter of if I'm going to do it, it's a matter of when we're going to do it, It'd be like if Mitchell and Noel Redding asked Eric Clapton to play in honor of Jimmy and they were going to do a tribute show to Jimmy. Of course Eric Clapton would do it. You see the Pantera faithful that were there when they saw Pantera playing in front of 4 people in a bar, and they have awesome memories attached to that. And then you have all the younger kids that were there that were like, yeah, my dad and my uncle used to tell me about, the legend of Pantera, so they never got a chance to hear these songs live. So to me, it was just a beautiful thing, bringing this whole community of people together to celebrate, all the mountains that, Philip, Rex, Dime, and Vinnie conquered. So it was, for me and Charlie, it was a beautiful thing to be up there with, Rex and Philip every night. No, it'd be like trying to sound like them. It's like Jimmy, it'd be like Eric Clapton, even during, his Cream days with the stacks of Marshalls, and he's going to go out and pay tribute to Jimi Hendrix. It's going to sound like Eric Clapton playing Purple Haze and Eric Clapton playing Voodoo Child, you know what I mean? So even though he's got the wah and he's got the SG, or he could play a Strat with a whammy, it's still going to sound like Eric Clapton. So, and if Dime was playing all the stuff I did with Ozzy, if Dime was playing No More Tears and Dime was playing Miracle Man and Mama, I'm Coming Home, it's going to sound like Dimebag playing Mama, I'm Coming Home with Ozzy. No, but you just stay as faithful to the songs as possible. The song, the lead and walk, and, I'm Broken and stuff like that. It's just this love. You stay faithful to the souls. So that was my approach to it the whole time.
Les amis, une petite pause dans cette vidéo pour vous annoncer la sortie de Guitalogy, le premier magazine digital français gratuit dédié à la guitare sous toutes ses formes. Pour ce premier numéro, on démarre fort avec une couverture consacrée à Zakk Wylde, qui revient au cœur de l'actualité avec un nouvel album et une tournée de Black Label Society. Vous trouverez aussi les interviews de Nico Chona, Laura Cox, Chris Buck, Dropkick Murphys, ainsi qu'une partie matos et pédago, mais surtout, et c'est là l'avantage du digital, chaque contenu est associé à une vidéo accessible en un simple clic. Pour découvrir Guitalogy, rendez-vous via le lien en description ou directement sur mon site internet www.florentpassamonti.fr, et bien sûr n'hésitez pas à me dire en commentaire ce que vous avez pensé de ce premier numéro, j'ai hâte d'avoir vos retours, à très vite.
And I always tell younger kids, if their introduction to me through Ozzy was, No More Tears or anything like that. The whole thing is, you got to go back and listen to what I listened to, because obviously me being inspired by Jimmy Page, and I would read about Jimmy Page talking about, Muddy Waters, B.B. King and Albert King and everything like that, I discovered them through Jimmy Page, or listening to Eric Clapton or Jeff Beck or something like that. So, you go back and you do your history on all these amazing players and find the source where it all came from. I'm a huge Frank Marino disciple, so, Frank was really inspired by Jimi Hendrix, but I always tell everyone where Jimmy is the Model T of that style, Frank's like a Formula One race car of the style, you know what I mean? So, and it's a beautiful thing, you take your inspiration and it's always part of you, and then it's your versions of the music that you're inspired by. I think that's how everybody is, whether you're Elton John, you're Billy Joel, it doesn't matter. It's Fleetwood Mac, whether it's Led Zeppelin or Black Sabbath, John McLaughlin with Mahavishnu Orchestra, John being inspired by Coltrane and all jazz greats and everything like that. So, or, Alan Holdsworth being totally into Coltrane and everything like that, saxophone players. And it led Alan Holdsworth to just be insane with what he's doing what he's hearing in his head and what inspires him. There's a tune called Name and Blood. I'll just do a play along with it right now. But everything's obviously in C sharp tuning, Black Sabbath tuning, the Mighty Lord Iomi tuning, C sharp. For this one, Name and Blood, it's a drop B. Here's the main riff. The opening riff is just a chicken picker. Hand of Tomorrow's Grave. That's actually in C sharp, a C sharp tuning. So you have. Just like everything from Miracle Man with No Rest and all the stuff we did on No More Tears, whether it's Road to Nowhere, My Mom Coming Home, you know, Desire. I mean, all the tracks that are on that record. When we did Osmosis, I really like a lot of things that are on there. Tomorrow, See on the Other Side, Perry Mason, My Jekyll Doesn't Hide, Underground. No, I mean, the whole ride was amazing. You know, so there's no downsides or anything. We never got into an argument or disagreement about anything. It was just always, I always said it was always a miracle any work got done just because we were laughing all the time. All you got to do is be around Ozzy for 5 minutes. You'd be on the floor crying, man. Totally. I mean, my whole thing up there was just making sure he was okay, that he was going to be able to, you know, get through all the songs because we hadn't sang in 6 years, you know. So, but yeah, after we did the show, we were texting and everything like that. And, you know, Oz was just like, Zakk, we got to do another record. Like, and we'll do like when you were going through your Allman Brothers Skinner phase when we did No More Tears. It's just like, it's heavy, but it's melodic and everything like that. And I said, all right, Oz, whatever you want to do. I mean, what I was thinking is, you know, maybe we work on another record and then maybe once a year, you know, do the back to the beginning thing once a year, all throughout the world. Like next year, do it in Brazil. The year after that, do it in Japan. The next year, do it in America somewhere. Next year, do it in, you know, you could do it all around the world, Australia, whatever. So, and it's a big charity event. And, you know, this way it would give Oz once a year, he has a goal to set. I mean, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking Oz was going to pass away in 2 weeks after the show, you know what I mean? So I gave you all I got. I mean, obviously I had the music and I really was happy with the way the music came out. And I was just like, you know, I hadn't put a lyric to it yet. But then after we laid Ozzy to rest, when I came back home, is when I ended up writing the lyrics to that, finishing the song. I mean, with Gibson, I mean, that'll always be my home, and that's where I came from, you know, because I love my Les Pauls. And I still have all my guitars, but I still have friends there and everything like that, so I couldn't have been treated any better. I mean, I'm playing the guitar, I'm endorsed, and I can make models of the guitars that I'm at the place where all my heroes played Gibsons, you know, I mean, whether it's Jimmy Page, Randy, Tony Iommi. But no, I just wanted to do other, you know, bodies and designs as opposed to just, you know, my Les Pauls, doing tweaks on the Les Pauls. So I'm not going to ask the gang at Gibson. We did the ZV, which is, you know, you got Tony Iommi in the front and Randy Rhoads in the back with the V, the combination of an SG meets a flying V type thing. But that's the Warhammer now. So, but no, I just do, you know, it's just originally when we first started the designs, it's like tweaks on classic designs. And then obviously something like this, the Wrathmaker, these are like tweaks on. So, and then, you know, I just draw them up on paper. And then after that, we make a cardboard cutout of it to make sure it's like the right size. And then it becomes wood. And then, so we know the body shape is right. And then, you know, the neck profiles are the ones that I like. So kind of like the shapes of my signature Les Pauls. So as far as the profiles go, you have the Grover tuners. So everything's upgraded. You know, the Grover tuners, the EMG 8185s, and the Tone Pros hardware. You know, because sometimes when we do the VIP guitars, the stage plate stuff, I'll play 5 of them a night, and it's never where I go, oh, this one's terrible or what. The consistency. But then again, all my Epis and all my Les Pauls from the custom shop, the whole gang over there, all the quality control was always amazing. I never played a bad one of them. They were always great. You know, so you just continue to do that. I mean, they should all be consistently good. You go to McDonald's, you eat a Big Mac anywhere in the world, it's consistently good. That's the way it should be. If you're going to be playing in a Pantera tribute band and you're going to be playing Dime stuff, you need the Dunlop noise gates, that's for sure. Because Dime, you know, otherwise you're on and off. In the studio, you could be on and off the distortion pedal, turn it on and off and on and off. But like, you know, like Stillborn or whatever, you know, off, on, off, you know, so you could do that. But like Dime with dun, 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 that pedal is on since all the time. So you got, you know, the noise gate gets rid of all the shh, you know what I mean? So, yeah, but aside of that, I didn't change my rig. My rig is the same rig I use with Ozzy, same rig I use with Zakk Sabbath, same rig I use with Black Label, and when I go out and do Experience Hendrix. I use, you know, 2 JCM 800s or, you know, my Wild Audio heads, and obviously my Dunlop pedals. It depends on what mood you're in and which one you've burnt yourself out on, you know? It's like, you got to put it on the back burner for a little bit. No, I mean every one of them. I mean, like when we just got done doing Zakk Sabbath, obviously I love, you know, Into the Void, but then I also love playing Fairies Wear Boots, and when we play Children of the Grave is awesome too. And then look forward to getting up on stage every night. And I still look forward to making the records because it's, you don't know where you're going to, you know, it's like a bunch of Vikings setting out to sea and trying to discover new land. So you don't know what you're going to get. It's an adventure. You know, when you're making the records, it's a controlled environment. It's like a big canvas, and you could be Salvador Dali and draw what you want. And you could step back and look at it and go, no, it needs a little more orange here or darker. I got to make the red a little more red over here. So, and you can see it because it's controlled. But like live, it's like jumping out of an airplane. It's a free fall. So, and it's that adrenaline rush you get. So it's two different, they're two different things, but both of them are awesome. Nothing I haven't already told them already. I love him, and I think he's the greatest. The greatest that ever was, the greatest that'll ever be. Totally. Ha ha ha!